executive burnout. We've got this prehistoric body that's trying to respond to the stresses of the 21st century. Racing thoughts that you don't want to have. Waking up tired, waking up stressed. Indigestion, so heartburn, acid, reflux, palpitations, low or high blood pressure. You don't need this. This is not a good position for you to be in. Hi, I'm Phil Parker. I'm the designer of the P4 Peak Performance Training Program. And today I'm going to talk about something that's on many people's agendas, unfortunately, which is executive burnout. So what is executive burnout? Well, it comes in all shapes and sizes, but basically it means that you're not functioning in any way near the way you need to, and it's damaging your health and your performance. What are the signs of executive burnout? Again, there can be many varying signs, but the key ones are about how it's affected your physiology. The key systems that tend to go a bit funny are your brain. You start to think not so clearly, or you tend to have racing thoughts that you don't want to have, often about problems, or it can be when you want to go to sleep, you're thinking about business and work all the time. The second system that's affected is your circulation, your cardiovascular system. So that could be palpitations, low or high blood pressure, just generally not having a sense of your body working well. This can also affect your breathing, so you may find yourself hyperventilating, which is when you breathe too fast, or just not being able to get enough oxygen. So getting to the top of the stairs makes you feel weak or out of breath, and it shouldn't do. The other system that's often affected is our sleep. Our sleep is disturbed in one way or another. Either we feel tired all the time. Quite often when I meet CEOs, privately they say, I just feel knackered all the time. So it can be a tiredness issue, or equally, and these two are usually connected, it can be just not being able to get off to sleep, or waking up in the night, or just feeling like the sleep you've had hasn't been rejuvenating in any way. Waking up tired, waking up stressed. The other system that's obviously affected very often is your digestive system. This can show itself up again in lots of ways. It can be indigestion, so heartburn, acid, reflux, or it can be just sensations, cramps, spasms, or finding that you're more prone to having an upset stomach. So a whole variation of symptoms, and the reason for this is when we get into a pressured environment that we don't deal with effectively, and this is happening for many people at the moment, so you're certainly not alone if you're watching this, is our body produces a very particular response called the PER, the Physical Emergency Response. This is designed to help us to respond in the old days to tigers and animals, wild animals. It produces an amazing concoction of hormones, particularly adrenaline, cortisol, dopamine and so on, which basically stimulate your body for action. Of course, the problem we have nowadays is very often when we're confronted by stress and threats, we don't need action. We need to be able to be calm and rational and think about it. But we've got this prehistoric body that's trying to respond to the stresses of the 21st century, and we don't quite know what to do with it. And unfortunately, with this PER response, if it keeps on being stimulated, it starts to shut down the core body systems that I mentioned earlier. So if any of these things sound like what's going on for you, you need to sort it. And the good news is there are quite easy ways to do it. The most simple one, of course, is to do the P4 training. Because you don't need this. This is not a good position for you to be in, not just in terms of how well you function, but also in terms of how this will fundamentally affect your stress and your health. Because if you don't resolve this, your body is just going to go on a destructive cycle where some bigger problem is likely to turn up later on. So do something about it now. Make a change. Get yourself to be more productive, healthy, happier, and have a great 2012.